I'm from Vita School and my name is Elo. This is my partner.
My name is Bryan and we're gonna make a video about video exposure.
Today, we're gonna present 8 Howard multiple intelligence.
Interpersonal intelligence, the ability to understand each other and the job becoming coach.
Bodily kinesthetic, the capacity to manipulate objects, the job becoming a dancer.
Existential intelligence, sensitivity and capacity about question human existence. Job, philosopher. Linguistic intelligence, the ability to understand words and appreciate complex meaning. Job, lawyer. Musical intelligence, the capacity to discern facts and notes. Job, musician.
Naturalist intelligence, designers, the human ability, the job is farming. For interpersonal intelligence, the capacity to understand oneself, the job is researcher.
Expression intelligence, the ability to think in 3D. Job, graphic designer. How does human get created? I love English. This is my part chart. My part chart visual is 13%. My naturalist, musical, and kinesthetic is 15%. My interpersonal is 12%. My linguistic is 10%. And my interpersonal is 10%. And my logical is 10%. And this is my bar chart. My naturalist, musical, and kinesthetic is 77. My visual is 67. My interpersonal is 63. My linguistic is 53. My interpersonal is 53. And logical 50. What do you usually do when there's an exam coming up?
I usually study before the exam coming up.
When do you usually study for exams? How do you get it?
Usually I study at home because I'm from home.
When do you usually study for exams? What do you pick at time of the day?
Usually I study before 3 days before the exam start. Because memories a lot.
You studying alone or with the help of private teacher or parents, and why?
Private teacher because I need to study, for example, like formula.
Which one is easier for you, memory-based school subjects or calculation-based school subject? Why?
Calculations because I usually easy to count.
Which one do you prefer, studying long before the exam day or studying the night before the exam day, and why?
I prefer at night because at the day I must sleep because so that I have energy to study.
Do you think studying is important? What is or are is the reason?
Yes, because if I study, I go through the test.
Thank you.
When you are studying, do you prefer being outdoors or indoors? Why? Indoors because it's more silent than outdoors. When you study, do you prefer being in a silent or crowded environment? Why?
In a silent because I can more focus to study.
When you study, do you prefer studying alone or in group?
I prefer studying alone because I can be more focused to memorize that exam test.
When you're studying, do you prefer studying alone or with the help of a private teacher? Parents? Why?
With a private teacher because it can help me to solve the question that I remember.
I was in junior high school in the 9th grade, and when the national examination was coming up, I studied for at least 3 hours a day, and I also tried to work out many mathematics, physics, and chemistry problems from the previous examination to prepare for it. I usually studied at my bedroom alone because I found that place really quiet and I felt very comfortable there. And I usually studied from around 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. because at those times I felt like my brain was open and I could understand the lessons easier and faster.
Usually, I study for the national exam 1 month before the exam, and I prefer studying alone because when you study alone, you can focus more than you study in a group. Usually, I study for the national exam 1 month before the exam, and I prefer studying alone because when you study alone, you can focus more than you study in a group. The easier one is a memory-based national exam because when you memory things, it can be easier for you to answer it. Because if you get calculation, if you can really do math, it will be a little bit hard. I prefer to study the night before the exam day. Why? Because studying before the exam day is more easier for you to remember the things that you studied last night, and if you study long before the national exam day, you maybe will forget something that you studied before. Study important for us because when we want to get into the university, we should choose what the department that we want to go. If we study good, we can choose easily what we want because we already know our own potential for our future.
History of national exam. National exam is a standard evaluation system of primary and secondary education in Indonesia and the education of quality of education levels among the areas that are conducted by the Center of Educational Assessment. The Department of Education, the Law of the Republic of Indonesia number 20 of 203 states that in order to control the quality of education nationwide to be evaluated as a form of accountability of education providers to the parties concerned further state that the evaluation conducted by independent agencies on a regular basis comprehensively, transparently, and systematically to assess the achievement of national education standards, and the monitoring process evaluation should be done continuously. Evaluation of the monitoring process is carried out continuously and continuous. In the end, will be able to fix the quality of education. Improving the quality of education begins with the determination of the standard. Determination standards continue to rise is expected to encourage increased quality of education, which is the determination of educational standards is the determination of the limit value.
5 study tips for musical intelligence. 1. Read work aloud to themselves. It is also a good idea for them to record it. Obstacle. The all ears. 2. Learn in a silent place. 3. Ask them to make up a song with their study notes. What a word starting with the letter of A. 4. Having music content to help, but making sure it is classical or instrumental. 5. Use finger or a pointer to avoid skipping words. Thanks for watching our video. My name is Bryan.
My name is Elo. God bless you.